This video will be episode 6 of the Black Lion Origins campaign. At the end of the last episode, we found a warband of 17 forest bandits, and we took them on with our warband of 13. And we were victorious, though we did lose 4 of our peasants, which brought our warband size down to 9, which can be a good thing. I mean, it's not, because frankly we need to have 20 troops in our warband in order to finish the quest and save our siblings, but we still have to get our clan tier up to rank 1 before we can finish that quest anyway. And the nice thing about being at a warband of size 9 is that you don't suffer disorganized debuff after combat if your warband is that size. As you'll see, like I'm finished that fight and I'm zooming off to find the next, and that's really ideal. These guys just went ahead and surrendered to me, which went ahead and brought my warband size up over 11. But that was a caravan guard, a mounted caravan guard, and a forest bandit. So that was worth having for sure. We're gonna go ahead and spend a little bit of money to buy some horses so that we can be moving around the world map faster. It's very important, especially when you're trying to run down these smaller sized bandit warbands. And we always like to check and see what's on offer in the stores. Like, even though we don't have a ton of money or anything, it's worth it to know what it's worth it to look and see if there's anything lordly or legendary that you wanted to pick up. And if there's something awesome and you don't have enough money for it, then shucks. But it's better to know that than it is to walk past something that you could have gotten that you really want. So yeah, it's always worth looking. And the easiest way to do that is to up at the top of the shop page, there is 3 options that you can click. There is the value of the shop's items that they have on offer. There's the name, and I think, golly, I'm not sure what the third one is. I think it's quantity, like how you can sort it by how much of what they have on offer they have. Sorry, that came out very strange, but I think it made sense. So what I like to do in order to ensure that I don't walk past any legendary gear that I'd like to actually purchase in the shops is I use the name tab. I click the name option there at the top, and it sorts the shop based on alphabetically by name, and then I can scroll down to the L's and see if there's anything legendary on offer, and that works the best for me. But now we can just run down that other and see there is a cavalry. Those cavalry, I feel like I have to deal with them personally, otherwise I could easily lose troops to them. Those javelins, as you saw in the last episode, are deadly. We're gonna give him the engage command because I didn't have a good angle on the troops, but it looks like it was actually a pretty bad idea to do that. We've got plenty of troops that didn't have any range weapons. I didn't tell my companions to dismount, and so they were stuck on horseback because they're using longbows. They're stuck using melee weapons from horseback, which is not ideal. trying to get like crafty about like how I'm gonna set up my troops, but at this point in the game, it's just not worth the bother generally. It's pretty rare that that we end up in a fight that we will feel like we've done ourselves an injustice by neglecting to use some refined strategies at this point. Though those days are not far from us at this point. We're creeping up on them quick, which is excellent. That's exactly what I want. So many people prefer playing Bannerlords in the early game, and particularly I watched. Man, I can't remember the YouTubers' names, and I feel really badly about it because I really should give them credit where credit's due. But it was a guy. It wasn't as though he was like a Bannerlords content creator. He was just a YouTube content creator that stumbled across Bannerlords for briefly, and he didn't have a very good opinion of the game, but I feel like it was a lot because he didn't understand how to move on from this point in the game. He felt like this was the best spot in the game, and transitioning from the early game to the mid game was difficult for him and unfun. He would take his first fief and then feel like he was chained to it and couldn't succeed past that. But I will certainly show as we progress to that stage of the game how I handle that, and hopefully that can help someone out so that they can enjoy the game better. That would be the dream. I can't believe that we've still got bandits to hunt in the area. I love it. I'm grateful for it, but it's startling. And these forest bandits are actually really good practice for you if you're getting started in the game, for learning how to deal with archers. This is actually the ideal setup for dealing with an archer is with you on horseback with a lance and a shield, because you can put your shield between you and those arrows, and then the archers, they can't parry your attacks while they've got their bow out, so they're just the perfect target for you, and you're the hardest target for them. So it is perfect. And because these are basically the lowest level archers in the game, they are ideal to learn how to do that. So we're getting some crime rating here in Pencanic because we have our gang alley here. But the thing is that you won't. My understanding is, I could be wrong, because I know there is a perk that makes it so that your crime rating accumulates more slowly. But my understanding is that so long as you only have 2 gang alleys in a kingdom, you'll never increase your crime rating high enough that they will go to war with you. So if you're looking to level your roguery, which you absolutely should, because getting loot is one of the best things in the game. One of the best ways to level your roguery is by having gang alleys, and in order to be able to reliably defend those gang alleys, which you get a lot of your roguery XP from, you need to not be at war with that kingdom, because the system in the game is pretty poor when it comes to like breaking into towns that you're at war with. And we're finally able to take on a tournament with some health. All last episode, I think it was, we were, or no, the episode before. I think it was episode 4. Anyway, here recently, I've been having a lot of tournament experiences with just very low health, and it's a rough thing to have to do. But what I'm trying to do here is just catch the arrows for my archer. If I went over there, I'd just get swarmed by the 2 of them. But the dream is that he will kill one or both of them while I catch arrows for him. But I'm not doing a perfect job. It's hard to, because you can't just stand in front of him, because then he doesn't have a shot. You know, he can't shoot through you. Oof, man, Coraine, she is a beast. Coraine, yeah, Coraine. She made quick work of me. We found nice. Another forest bandit. It's not always that I think, yeah, they are called forest bandits. The max rank of the forest bandits. I think they're just called forest bandits. I'll double check, but it's not guaranteed that their loot will be that tier 6 chest piece, but I always get excited when I see it because I'd love to get it as a drop. But yeah, those are the tier 4 forest bandits that they have a chance to drop that on. Yeah, they're just called forest bandits. Ooh. I think that was a forest bandit that we lost, or was it a bushwhacker? I hope it was just a bushwhacker, but I think we might have lost our own forest bandit. That would have been really sad, because they take some building up. Yep, doggone it, we lost one of our forest bandits. It's okay, I suppose. We were able to replace him with one of our prisoners was willing to recruit. But all of those forest bandit types that we have in our warband, they will, and by types I mean like the lower tier, the bushwhackers and freebooters and whatnot, they will eventually upgrade into forest bandits if they live that long. The other nice thing about using forest or any kind of bandit in your warband is you will get passive EXP for your roguery just having them in your warband and having them kill stuff. So it's a big deal. It's worth doing. We dusted this guy's shield, but he's still got some javelins and his polearm, so he does still demand a little bit of respect. But if I can pull him over to my archers, yeah, if I pull him over to my archers, they have a really good shot at killing him because he doesn't have a shield anymore. This, whoa, 22 hot dog. I think that's the biggest one we've had in this campaign yet. So we'll definitely be dismounting my companions and moving them into within range of these enemies, because I'm going to need some help, I'm sure. Hopefully we won't lose too many of my own troops clearing these guys out. It's difficult. They I believe it was the last patch, they added weather, and it like dynamic weather that affects your movement on the map, but it also affects your battles. Like you don't have as much speed, both walking and riding, in muddy and snowy terrains from rain and snow, and that can affect your movement speed, which affects your damage on horseback and on foot, frankly. And then also in the rain, like if it's actually raining, your ranged weapons will do less damage, which makes more sense in terms of like bows, because the humidity in the air does actually take some of the spring out of your, like in real life, or so I'm led to understand, that it takes some of the spring out of the limbs of your bows, and so they won't have the force that they would ordinarily. Slowly but surely, we're getting that polearm and riding skill up. Very good. And we have our blacksmithing focus points up to 3. We're now going to be putting focus points into medicine. It's really important to level your medicine skill up. Eventually, we're going to put another attribute point into intelligence that'll allow us to get our medicine skill up to 225, which will put us in a position where we can take advantage of the exploit, where you can make your clan members immune from dying of old age. Did you see that? I caught that guy with a couched lance. It always feels really good when you catch a mounted combatant with a couched lance. I feel quite accomplished. Anyway, this has been episode 6 of the Black Lion Origins campaign, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.